Ocala National Forest at Lake Dorr, D-O-R-R. In Florida. I saw some amazing birds, these red scarlet tanagers, and I saw cardinals. It's time to do the dishes. Alissa homemaker. Did you get April's outfit? The hose. This is our dog April. She loves to wear clothes. Hi folks. For all of you in my family who know who I am, I don't need to tell you, but for all of you who find this 200 years from now, I'm Alissa Garinger. Behind the camera is Ken, my husband. This is our camper, and we live in it full time. About 2 years ago, we stopped working for the nightclubs, cha-cha-cha, and now we are on the road, traveling up and down the East Coast, and hopefully someday out west. And we sell rain sticks and all kinds of cute things. Hold on a second. We sell toys made of wood. These are our dinosaurs. Over here! I'm over here. Thank you. These are our dinosaurs. I'm still in the middle of painting them. I don't know if you can tell, but they wiggle. They're snakes and reptiles and all kinds of fun things. And musical rain sticks, which are made of cactus. And we're about to go on a hike. What? I'm on? Oh, shit. Okay. Hi. It's March 15th, Monday, 1999. Y2K hasn't hit yet, but we'll see what happens with that. That'll be at the end of the movie. What do you want me to say? I forgot. All right, I'm back. We just left Fort Lauderdale. We've been down there since October. We had these depositions we had to do. Hi, Miss Evidan. And we did our deposition on Wednesday, and then we left Brian, our son, who's 23 years old, with a big fat check to pay for his new transmission. You're welcome, Brian. For the next 9 weeks, we'll be traveling up the East Coast, doing our weekend craft fairs each and every weekend. We just finished one in Leesburg, Florida Art Festival. Next weekend we'll be in St. Petersburg. But since we have the whole week to just hang out here in this beautiful Ocala National Forest, we are about to embark on a hike. So would you like to join me? Okay, come on, let's go. Did you get the dog? April, our doggie? She's the only one that didn't go to college. Good girl. Go on. I hope you can get one of those cardinals. Good girl. All right. This is a movie of my dog's asshole. Oh, it's great being out here in the woods. I love it. I hate civilization. It's right here. See, it's a Gatorade wrapper. Most people would get really sick that someone threw this down out here. They'd say, littering, it's pollution. But then I drive down the street and I look at the pavement and the sidewalks and the buildings and the lamp posts and everything. And I go, oh, littering, pollution. So what's worse? This or a mall? You happy? I got a camera for taking a poop now. Disgusting. We don't want this to be too realistic. If you have to go, go. Or when you got married, you had to take your husband's name. What does that mean, that you're a possession of his? You have to change. Why doesn't he change his name, like Kenny Gorowski? You wouldn't do that in a million years, would you? But I have to take your name because I'm your little possession. Put in your pocket, take wherever you go. Filming, are you? Come on, that's sickening. It's all full of grass. Wait. Oh, just leave it. I hear cars. But in the shade, it's a lot colder. That's why I'm wearing gloves. Might as well stay warm. Social Darwinism, the strongest ones survive. Although that's probably applied more in an economic way. But here, I'll hold this for you. Come on. It's sort of a fact of life, it seems to be, that the strong take over the weak. However, when it's done purely for greedy reasons, it really bothers me. Like colonialism, where you just take all the resources out of a land and you make the people slaves, but you don't let them produce any of their own stuff, just to enrich yourself. That's just my opinion. I think it's actually a sign of weakness when you have to show your strength over other people. I think the really strong ones don't need to do that. They can just sort of kick back and just be secure. That's why men are so. They're all so insecure, but they don't want anyone to know. Don't tell anybody. Should we cross the road? Should we cross the road? It can cross the road, and it doesn't. Let's go back. Come on. Come on. Wow, that is sticky stuff. You'd use that as glue. Yeah. Actually, they did. I want to hear the cardinal. The cardinal goes, squeak, squeak, chip, 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 chip. There was one sitting right on a branch, right in front of me. It was unbelievable. I don't know, maybe they only cheep between the hours of 1 and 3 in the afternoon. I dropped my sunglasses back there somewhere. I gotta find them. When I was hiding from you, so you'd go ahead and I could come up behind you. Man, I could just stay out here forever. I love it. I love it. No one to bother me. No one to tell me what to do. Except Mr. Garinger every now and then. Damn cars. Do the ghost dance, and they'd dance and they'd pray that the earth would just roll up like a carpet, take all the white people with it, and underneath their land would be restored. Well, that might happen if Y2K hits. All the white people starve to death. Cities will fall into ruin, like in the movie Logan's Run. Indians have their land back. I hope so. They should be out there doing the ghost dance right now. Shirt that they said no bullets could penetrate. Yeah, well, you know, if you believe that, you'll believe the earth will roll up like a carpet. But I guess that's what faith is. Actually, faith is sort of a euphemism for blindness. You just believe in something without question. Sort of indoctrination. This is the way it is. Shut up. Have faith, my son. My child. then ye shall go to heaven. What they don't know is heaven's right here. It's called pollen or something. Boy, am I good. I'm better than a bloodhound. Okay, we'll go. Campsite, we'll put the mattress out and look at the stars. I'm so scared to do that. I'm never going to live on a mountain. I got to learn how to not be afraid at night in the woods. I scare the crap out of me. One thing I'll always do is I'll admit what scares me. I think it takes more courage than to hide it. Say, oh, he did that, he must have a lot of courage. Well, if you do something that really scares you, even if it's like going outside of your house, then you have a lot of courage. But there's some people who'll be in the front line of a war, it doesn't scare them. Where's the courage? Come on. Mine does all the time. This is what I think. These are my thought processes. Oh, who lives there? There must be some trailer trash. Come on. Turn off for a minute. I see water ahead. Practically the Pacific Ocean is off so far. It's very muddy here, be careful. Now this is what the edge of a lake really looks like. Those grassy green, manicured lawns sloping down to the edge of lakes. Not what a lake looks like. You know, nature didn't make it that way. I guess some people prefer it that way, but I prefer it this way. Ferns in spring, when they sprout and they just curl like that and they're like this tall, they're called fiddlehead ferns and they're supposed to be really good to eat. Remember that if you're ever lost in the woods in the spring. A mess of fiddlehead. Anything until you get right there and then you go, oh my God, isn't that beautiful? And then you say to yourself, I wonder what the first person who saw this or discovered it, you're like, he discovered it. I wonder what he thought. He must have just thought it was so beautiful. No, I don't think so. I think he went up to it and he said, damn, it's going to take us days to get around this thing. Oh, it's pretty much the same. See this little inlet of water right here? This is a little ecosystem all on its own. It's got little fishes and snails and probably turtles or little frogs that live in here. And they all rely and depend on each other. And all these leaves and stuff falling in feed the lake. Sometimes they clog the lake. But they give the animals places to hide. It's like zoning laws where we used to live in Davie, and I'm sure in most places. You're not allowed to have any untended brushy areas on your property. Like if you have grass or vines and things just growing up, they can come and give you a ticket and make you clean it out and turn it into hemlawn. But it's very politically, ecologically incorrect because it's those areas that the animals need to live in. Well, you know, who the hell wants chipmunks and mice anyway, right? They once did a study in, I think it was Central Park or the Bronx Zoo. Something wasn't living and some plant or something wasn't living, or some animal wasn't living on the grounds. And they had a guy go out and they paid him all this money to do a study, and he came back and he said, I found out what your problem is. They go, well, what is it? And he goes, rakes. Stop breaking up the leaves that fall off the trees. The ground needs it for nourishment, and the animals need it for protection. So they stopped breaking up the leaves, and whatever it was they wanted to come back, came back. I like my parents' house. I like the way the woods come right up to the door. Except it would be nice to have a little sun in there because it stinks. Move, dog. Whoa! Laws to chop something, or I think it is against the rule to take a piece of wood out of the national forest or something. Probably when we started doing this, I never would have dreamt of taking a piece of wood out of the forest. And now I don't give a crap. It's like, oh, if I take this and burn it in my campfire, it's going to ruin the forest. Yeah, what about that shopping center over there? How good that did anybody. You know a beaver did that? You know how I can tell? It's a Husqvarna beaver. You can buy a Husqvarna at Home Depot. Must be amazing soil. But with all the pine, it's probably extremely acidic. Oh, tomatoes would like it. What do you think, huh? What do you think? You smell something in there? Rat dog. Get a picture of the canopy up above. It's cool to look all the way up and watch the clouds go by. More cloud than there is sky. So, what did I say? Get off the props. Fiddleheads for dinner tonight. Just kidding, it's against the law. Gotta starve to death. Pretty neat. They're all over the place. I'll leave them. I have absolutely no reason to pick them. I'm not going to eat them. It would be one thing if they took it and used it for firewood or something, but it's just laying here. Guess they have to practice with their new axe. Well, let's go, homie. Not doing it anymore. And she lives to tell about it. Wow, that was great. That was springy. We're having fun yet? And this concludes our first day of filming with our new video camera. Now I'm doing stupidity on purpose. Doing my breakfast dishes. Oh, they're done. That's it, just plain water. Sure, if they were sitting for a while or whatever, I'd use soap, but I just rinsed out the milk and It's clean. I don't know why people are so hung up on clean and so terrified of every little germ. I think it's, conditioning by the media. Good enough for me. I've never been healthier since we've been living like this, and we've lived a whole lot dirtier, but I think it's healthier. Because there's really no evil, horrible germs out there that are going to kill you. You have to sterilize your whole kitchen, sterilize this and sterilize that. Your body can fight it off. Fabric softener, that's another thing for another day though. You feel how soft my clothes are? I guess not, so it doesn't matter. See your poncho? I should put some fabric around the edges, around the neck hole. It's pretty cool. You like? It is the latest in elegance, of course. Only the best. It also doubles as a blanket, bed throw, doormat, doggy bed. Polishes the car, awesome. Oh crap, I broke a nail. Just kidding. I don't know what she's eating. She found some kind of fossil or something. She's eating dinosaur bones. Don't get it. Don't come back. It's 3 days. I'm going to enter my dissociative fugue state. Back in psych, we learned that's when people sometimes disappear for a day or a week or a month, and they wake up and they have no idea where they were. I think it's called a dissociative fugue. So for the next 3 days, I'm going to disassociate and then I'm going to fugue. It's called autopsy. Go get a knife. What an idiot. I think I'm out of witticisms for today. Little expose with a poem. The guilty undertaker cries, the lonesome organ grinder sighs. The silver saxophones say I should refuse you. The cracked bells and washed out horns blow into my face with scorn. But it's not that way. I wasn't born to lose you. Compliments of Robert Zimmerman. I'm making mixed grain buns. That's what they look like. Little buns. You see that? They're going to be yummy. I'm dissolving the yeast right here. When I cook vegetables, I save the water. This is the broccoli water. I don't know if you can see the little broccoli things floating around it, but it's all full of vitamins, so that's going in the bread. Place water in large warm bowl. Okay. Sprinkle in yeast, stir until dissolved. Stir in yogurt, oil, sugar, salt, 1 egg beaters, oats, bran, wheat germ. So let's start again. Yogurt, oil, sugar, salt. Yogurt, eggs, Arl. Where's my Arl? My oil. Milk, milk, wherever you are. That. Is it out already? I'll use olive oil. Okay. Sugar. Of the brown persuasion. Doing it outside so I don't make a big mess all over the place. Then I was thinking, if we ever get a place up north, you know how Stuart, our idiot lawyer, says that he loves Vermont? If we ever get a place up north, in New York, we should invite him up. If he's in Vermont to come over and spend a night or two. I don't know if his kids really had that much experience really living out in the country. Be kind of interesting. Didn't Stuart say that he would love to just do what we do? Yeah, well, who doesn't? Oh, I've always wanted to do that. Then why the hell don't you? Well, I can't because I have to make payments on my Lexus. Okay, it's your problem. Stir until dissolved. Stir in yogurt. Yeah, I should let it bubble a little bit. Not to make it bubble. So, what do you want to talk about? Coffee. Want to see April go fetch her football? I don't know where her squeaky toy is. Go get it. What a good girl. Get it, April. Get it. Come on, stick your snout in there. Go get it. Go on, go get it. Well, that's a hard one. You really gotta use your little pea brain. Oh, now you're gonna get it. Oh, it's in stickers. No wonder. Sorry. Oh my, it's in a lot of stickers. Ow. Watch out, punch holes in that little snow. Good girl. No, she doesn't let me get it. You can't win with this dog. You just can't win. Later. Pan flutes, hundreds and hundreds of them. Oop, dead air. Now we should learn how to make drums and make little ones like this big. Sell them for like 25 bucks. We sell the shit out of them. I want to learn how to do that, and I want to learn how to make those flutes too. The ones out of PVC pipe. We can sell those idiot ocarinas for 8 bucks. Ah. Imagine selling real instruments. That'd be awesome. Okay. You know when Clinton really lost me? When he did that State of the Union address? I'm watching him going, yeah, right on. Yeah, great proposal. Great. What the hell is this guy talking about? He's saying whatever he thinks people want to hear. It's ridiculous. It was so calculated. I really think the guy's like a Hitler inside. That's what they say. He's got a real soft exterior, but a hard as ice interior. And Hillary's the other way around. She's hard on the outside, but she's real soft on the inside. And it makes so much sense. Well, at least he's a maniacidal communist. Could be a lot worse. Could be a maniacidal conservative. Let's see how this is doing. Ism today. It's not a communism day. That'll be another day. Communism. You know, cooperation as opposed to competition. The competition is fine and great, but not when it comes to serious things like feeding people and housing them and work. I'm all for cooperation. How much is this? Damn these eyes. 1/3 cup. I'm only doing half a recipe. So I just put in 1/6 of a cup. No, a little more. That's a 1/6 of a cup. Which is ridiculous, African American. Just like Native American, I won't use any of those stupid euphemisms. They're Indians. They're black. If that's the case, my brother-in-law is an African American. He was born in Morocco, in case you're wondering. I forgot to buy blueberries. I wanted to make blueberry sauce. I guess we're not having any waffles this week. I threw out the Pancake syrup, A, we never eat it, and B, it's pure sugar. It's disgusting. Slowly working my way away from all that manufactured, over-processed food. Trying to get eating some real food here. Like brown sugar, like African American sugar, yogurt, broccoli water, yeast bread. That sound good? Alright. This is freezing. The yeast's not going to like it. They like warmth. So I'm going to put a lot of, screw it. It'll be like whole wheat, mixed grain, holly. Quarter cup vegetable oil. This is going to be unique. Olive oil and bread. I like Italian bread. I mean, Italian American bread. Excuse me for all those. I don't want to insult. Want to see what this looks like? Kind of looks good if you ask me. It's almost time for flour. Water so I can put the mixing bowl in it and warm it up. It's too cold and the yeast likes warmth to reproduce. They say a washed pot never boils. We're washing. Okay, we'll go stir while I boil. No close-ups. Oats. Crappy store-bought flour. It's half and half white and whole wheat. A little bit of white, so it's kind of fluffy. This is an 8-ounce cup. Probably 6-ounce. Yeast mixture. Starting to look good already. And I'm stirring and I'm stirring. Look, if I don't say anything, it gets boring. Just turn it off and go back. Alright. Now we're going to put in some whole wheat flour. Oh, wait, I want to put in the Nutty Nuggets. Winn-Dixie brand grape nuts. I wonder if I could crush them up a little bit. Nope. Oh, the sun is so nice and warm. Can you turn the stove off, please? Thank you. Wait, I gotta get a tray. I'll go anywhere. It's a little bit of warmth. Really, I'm just stirring this stuff up. Yum, 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 yum. Someday I'd like to grow my own grain and grind it. I once grew soybeans. Oh, they were awesome. Really delicious. And it was probably just as well to go and buy it and grind it up from the health food store. Like, if it's not healthy, it shouldn't be considered as food. More like a recreational drug or something. No, they shouldn't call drugs drugs. Medicine should be called drugs, and the stuff that they don't want kids to do, that's another topic for another day, should be called something else, like something substance, or it's confusing. You know, you go to the drugstore, so why can't you do drugs? Although they should be legalized anyway, but not up to me. But if it was, Dr. Lord go to hell. It's gonna be hard work. Need muscles. Break. That's gonna be good. It's called health food. Nuts and twigs. I think that's really cute. Of course, they eat nothing that's not highly processed. Where every single bit of nutrition has been eradicated long before it ever hit the shelf, much less the plate. And they're real healthy, but I think they've only been eating that stuff for like the past 30 years. When they were younger, they probably ate more real food. It's hot. Okay, here comes a part of the show everybody's been waiting for. It's underneath. Alright, I guess I could be seen in that. Excuse me. Flour, more coffee for the chef, more vodka later. This is a very viscous lump here. Warm too, nice and warm. Feels so good. See, wouldn't you rather eat this than a Big Mac? Hey, when they come out with those Big Macs, we gotta go have some. Nothing better than being a vegetarian and going and eating a big, juicy Big Mac. Very hard talking to it. Nothing. I just have to forget the camera's there. You know, I've never spoken in public before. Right now, you're all naked. Alright, so I didn't make that up. Time for some more nutty nuggets. I just had the greatest idea. Hold on a second. We make these maraca eggs, and I collect little stones and I put them in. But I'm always looking for different sounds. This is a maraca egg for the morning. Let's try some more. What do you think? Think it'll work? There's some extra here. We tell people that we put the same stones in that we use in the rain sticks. Yeah, right. Believe that. Think we should make a couple like this? Real like light. I like it. After I fill them all up and I glue them and the glue's dry so they can't open, I paint them, I spray paint them, and then I put little designs on them. Sell them for $3. People pay for it. It's great because they only cost about $0.05 a piece. I buy the eggs after Easter when they're all half price and they're really cheap, so 24 eggs is like $1. 4 cents an egg. So that's $2.96 profit. God, I like it. Nutty nugget eggs. I'll never know. Can I tell you, if you ever get lost in the forest and get your maraca egg, you can have it for breakfast. All right, now we're just going to let this rise for about, till doubled in size, about 1 hour. Yeah, thanks. You're going to make me immortal. I always wanted to be immoral, not immortal. Straining rocks. I'm straining rocks. I have 3 sizes. The smallest ones went through here, and they're in this bag. Probably can't see, but they're small. Then the medium size goes through here. And then the biggest ones are over here. And then I'll try them and see what sounds best, and probably have 2 different, the small and the mediums. I don't know if the larges will sound good. Well, you want to give it a run through? Let's see how they sound. Those suck, I can't use those. Alright, here's small. Medium. And a largo. And maybe the larges will sound good. Who knows? They usually sound pretty clanky though. Get in there. It's not really enough of them in there. Small. Not bad. What do you think? Thumbs up or thumbs down? 1 thumbs up. Medium? Thumbs up. We have 2 winners. That's for large. All right, you turn it off now. Today we're going on a picnic hike, and we're going to do some fishing. Maybe we can catch some fishies for dinner. So you wanted to know about affirmative action? Well, I don't really know too much about affirmative action, but from what little I know, I don't see why any African American person would be against it, except they say it's unconstitutional, but if it was passed into law, that means it's constitutional. Well, by many people's interpretation. But if it gives fairer chances to people for employment who otherwise would be denied that, even though you have to break someone's arm to get him to give that person the opportunity. It's a pretty interesting thing. I don't understand sometimes black people seem to be against their own betterment, which is, depends on what you call better, but I don't see how fairness and equality can't be better. Like that woman, Star Parker, we read her book, she loved Rush Limbaugh, and she went to a meeting, first meeting she ever went to, the Republican Party or something, and they find her in the audience, they parade her up on stage. Look, here's one, she's on our side. Doesn't she realize how she's being used by them, actually against herself? I thought that was kind of weird. People don't realize when they're being used like a little marionette. Very, very deep and profound, wasn't it? I'm just starting to form my views. I never realized until I read American history that I even had opinions. I had no opinions because I had no knowledge whatsoever. But as I read, certain things shocked me, other things delighted me. And I actually became aware of things, and my opinions sort of formed themselves. And my opinions are always subject to change. I hope they always will my whole life. I don't want to be stuck with these opinions. Lord, no. Please, change them. I'm always open to criticism, too. Some people, like I'm sure if you criticize the people in Skyview who are running things, you know, the good old boys of Skyview, if you criticize them, they'd blacklist you, and they wouldn't let you be part of their, you know, reindeer games. But I will take criticism from anyone and anybody. So that's the only way you really get another view. And maybe you get a better view, or you find something that's valid. And you can say to yourself, well, yeah, that makes sense. I was doing that, but, you know, really it's wrong, or, you know, it's self-centered or ignorant. Even though I hate the person, they have something really valid to say. So if Mimi and all you people want to criticize me, go right ahead. I won't blacklist you from my life. Of course, in Skyview, the only way to make friends is to pay your dues. That's why I don't want them as friends. I don't need to buy their friendship, that's for sure. A lot of dust in these rocks. Get rid of it. Can't use it. Oh, are we on? Oh, I didn't know. Yeah, we read an article about college girls, even in Columbia University. Well, even, as if they're some sort of superhuman types of people. But, you know, kids going out and getting totally drunk, and they're talking about all these intellectual things they're learning, and here they are, like, I'm on my 7th drink. Poor college kids are under so much pressure. I wonder how many kids are under so much pressure that they're actually doing things that they probably wouldn't do if they knew their own minds better. Now, you're supposed to go to college. You're supposed to become something. You're supposed. Well, you know, what are you really supposed to do? There really is no supposed. Maybe you're supposed to do what your parents want you to do. Maybe you're supposed to do what your husband or your girlfriend want you to do. And people have no idea what to do, what they really want to do. They just don't know what they're thinking or what they want. They've got to turn on a television commercial to find out what it is they want to buy. I'm sure if a high school girl couldn't watch TV or read a magazine for a year, she'd have no idea what to put on in the morning. She wouldn't know what to wear. She wouldn't know what to dress in. I solved that problem. I do what Albert Einstein did. I wear the same damn thing every day, just different colored shirts. Reach in, grab one out. It solves that problem. I think it was Albert Einstein. He had 12 suits all identical in his closet. Wake up in the morning. Shoot. March 16th, 1989. And we're going fishing. Yay! I'm going to drive slow. There's the ladies. Hello, lady. Hello, ladies. Hi. Oh, you're so nice. Now, let me see. I was given instruction today to find the best fishing hole around here. Since we can't go to Lake Door, because there's no dogs allowed there. We must drive. Past the booth. Here on sort of pay-as-you-go booth. Secret. Wow, look at those 12 MGs. Oh man, better old Mustang. Oh, darn. I really like old things. That's why I like my husband so much. The older he gets, the more I like him. Too many new things are obsolete when you buy them. But of course it's planned that way. Now let's see. Pulling up to the main road, Route 19 North. I have to find the best fishing hole around here. Across the street, we'll go to the visitor center and ask them where the fishing hole is. Well, that was hard. Come on, don't take pictures of my nose. I'll block out the whole screen. New York.
Yeah, over here at Lake Door, in the lake.
Okay, well we have our dog with us, so something that would probably be off the beaten track a little bit.
Well, everybody takes dogs fishing. I don't see where that's any different where you go with it. Life didn't have dogs in the forest.
Anything up 19 here? I know Buck Lake, but that's a little too far off 19.
The Grasshopper, it's right off the 19. It's above the naval base there.
Is it on the smack here?
Yes, Grasshopper.
Let's see, where?
It's right,
Here,
right past 445A up in there. Grasshopper Lake, it's good fishing.
Okay, so we take 19 up.
Well, you have to go on up 19, past that road there. That road goes to Astor. It's up in here further. You cut the road to the right, going down to Grasshopper. It's kind of bad. There's a dock down there.
I see. Do you have a little map that we could take with us?
These maps we sell. Some maps we make of the forest. They come from.
You can ignore him.
What kind of school?
Ignoring him.
We have 2 ranger stations. We have 2 districts in this forest. We have the Seminole District, which is this area. Anything from below State Road 40 is the Seminole District. And above that is the Lake George District. And we have campgrounds that's scattered all over. It's some primitive and some, we have some free campgrounds and we have some that you pay. It just depends on what you like, where you go. Big boat ramp. Right down here going this way, there's a public boat ramp also that you can go in, put your canoe in Lake Door without paying a ticket. See, it's 10 miles from here to State Road 40, but you don't want to go up that far. It's on this side.
Right, looks like it's about 7 miles.
It
Well,
is.
here's Buck
Well,
Lake,
it's
so-
7 miles to my house. I live right there. But you got to go on up there a couple of more miles, about a mile, something like that, to turn
That
off
looks
to
nice.
go into Grasshopper.
Yeah, I think we might try that.
You go.
Seatbelts, but I wear them. Get the doggy drinking. Doggy drink. Schlarp, schlarp, schlarp. Stop, caution, look both ways. Alright, I looked up. I looked down. Look at this, no one's coming. The whole way. Alright, we're at 50. A place like this. I wouldn't want to live in Florida. I'd love to live up north. It's so beautiful. Who would ever want to live in the city? What do they get from it? Oh, I forgot the shopping's marvelous. So we can go buy more stuff. I can't do stuff. George Carlin already did stuff. I'll just say stuff. Refer to George Carlin. Okay. I had stuff too. Don't get the wrong idea. Don't think I'm jealous. I had a big, huge house, 4 bedrooms, Porsche in the driveway. I don't know who I was trying to impress, wasting all those years working a job I didn't like. All right, the job was cool. I'll admit it. I had a cool job. I only worked for 4 years out of my whole life. Made a lot of money. But after a while, it just became so mundane, boring. So I was making a lot of money. The money, it completely lost any sense of value. Like I'll stand and I'll filter those rocks that I was filtering this morning. I can go buy them for $3 in Walmart, but I can get them for free and filter them. So it takes me half an hour. So I used to make $100 in half an hour, and here I'm saving $3, but I'm enjoying what I'm doing. As long as I have the money to send my kids to college, I don't need that extra, what is it, $97. Not for what I have to do to get it. Birds and cats and stuff. I remember the blossoms always used to have all these kittens every spring. And some of them naturally would get killed on Route 45. That was before the days of bringing your animal to the vet every 10 minutes for every little thing. People didn't even spay their animals, which I think spaying's a good idea, but you didn't really have to spay them. They used to have, your cat would have kittens, and then some of them would die of natural causes. It kind of helped the species remain strong. You know, now it's just ridiculous. There's a way overpopulation and animals suffer. But then again, all these pets that probably should have died of diseases are being kept alive, and now they're having kittens and puppies, and it's just deteriorating the health of the overall cat and dog population. Kind of like people too. You think what medicine does to people keeps us alive. Yeah, that's great. But what are we passing on to our children? We're being so weakened. I guess that sounds like kind of a cool thing to say. Of course, you want to keep people alive. I mean, no, that's not the box thing. Yeah. I think we might have passed it already. Oh, we got 7 miles already? Holy shit. Maybe that was Grasshopper Lake. There was no sign. Welding outboard. Any welding done? It's getting me like crazy. If it wasn't tailgating, it would have been different. Oh no. If you get stuck here, wouldn't that be fun? We've gotten stuck here before. It's not that much fun. Quarter mile. It's like a one-way road. This is so much fun. This is fun. Whee! Imagine bringing the camper down here. I'd be shitting a brick. So would the camper. Whee! Oh God. Oh boy. Right through the mud. Maybe I should keep my speed up a little bit. I guess it's a pretty hard back road though. What the hell was that? Here, our canoe just fell off. Whee! Oh, washed out with gullies and things. Good, I see blue. Oh, I see green too. I'm not going there. Hallelujah, we are here. Yeah, I walk along and I'm nervous. Now you know why our van, our camper's all screwed up and scratched up and dented up. Wow. This is nice. Alright. We're here. Nobody out. Nobody's here. No one can yell at me for my dog. Fresh air. Oh, look, there's a fishing. The man behind the camera fished all day, didn't catch anything. The fisherwoman in front of the camera fished for 2 minutes, caught 2 fish. End of fishing story. I'm hungry, let's go eat. Starving because he can't catch. Hi, still Tuesday, March 16th. We're at Lake Door, where we're camping, and we're going to go fishing. Did you hear that? Was that a frog or a gator? Probably a gator. When we went to use the phone at the campground before, we walked past all the trailers, and you could see all the little gray TV screens inside each one. And I was just thinking about all the robotic people sitting there glued to their little screens. The whole purpose of TV is to glue you to the screen so they can have you watch their advertisements, so they can sell you stuff. Well, we have TV occasionally, but we don't have electric here, and we're fishing. And I imagine before the advent of television, people used to do things, like in the book Little Women. The girls used to write plays and act them out, and now what do kids do? They sit in front of a screen. I couldn't imagine growing up as a child sitting in front of a screen. I'm so glad I never did. Maybe that's why I think so much. Yeah, I'm blind, so what? Go first? Are we rolling? All right. Every day around 4 o'clock I have my slide into evening ritual. It consists of a cup of coffee with a little shot in it. And recently, oh, don't be scared. And don't worry, I hardly inhale. I really don't. Yeah, me and Bill. It burns my mouth. Tastes good. Feels good. It's relaxing. Too much coffee. So, it's St. Patrick's Day, and I really feel bad for anybody born on St. Patrick's Day, because all day long during your birthday you have to hear about shamrocks and green beer and things. I'm going to try to freeze this moment. I do it sometimes when I think about someday I'm just going to be 80 years old or 90 years old, I hope. And all the years are gone, I'll be saying, where'd they go and why'd they go so fast? Because I do it now. So I'm just going to freeze this moment. This is going to be it, right now. This day's not going to end. Here I am. I'm sitting here in the woods for eternity. Just don't go any further. Stop. A moment. We bring you our frozen puppy dog. I don't think she's breathing. Oh, it lives! Why she always has to lay in the sand, I'll never know. I would do if I was my brother. I always think about if I was teaching his class, his high school history class. I think he works in the Bronx. Instead of just sitting there and lecturing, which puts the kids to sleep, and I don't remember one thing any one of my teachers ever said my whole life. I think on the first day of school, I'd say something like, we all hear about rights. I'm right, you're right, civil rights. Righteous, right on. Where do we get our rights from? And then they'd all say, oh, the government and the Bill of Rights, hopefully, if they know that. But how many really realize that you're born with your rights? And then when they leave the class that day, they leave with something they didn't walk in with. the rights that they're born with. Of course, it's a theory that you're born with rights, but maybe the kids could try to prove the theory wrong, but you really can't because you are born with certain unalienable rights. I think I would also tell the class, who likes this school? No one likes it. Who likes the rules? No one likes it. Well, compare the class to the United States. How people left this area, Europe, to come over here and do things the way they wanted to. And after a while, they weren't able to do it the way they wanted. They were getting too much intervention from England, and they decided to break free. So I would say to the class, well, let's make our own school, and we're going to have our own rules. You'd probably get a lot of flack from your principal. What do you mean telling the kids they have rights and they have their own rules? But how else can you really give them the feeling that they have control, and also give them a sense of how the United States was formed as being independent from outside rule? How if you don't like something, it would empower them, and it would also give them an understanding of where they live, especially kids who moved here recently from other countries or whose parents moved here. I always get these thoughts of what I would do if I was a teacher. We don't like, okay, can't have guns in class. Maybe you can't wear certain things, but maybe you don't have to raise your hand to talk, or maybe you're allowed to get up and walk around the room. Just things that would work. And I think kids would really enjoy being in a class where they felt that it was more their class and less just something that's being shoved at them. Oh, did it. Which everybody ranted and raved, but then again they ranted and raved of the Communist Party too, and the American Communist Party was not what everyone thought it was. What it was empowering the small guy. It was nothing like the Soviet Communist Party. So people who are against Goncalo but for the American Communist Party have to rethink their views. It's kind of moot now, but that's how I feel. Birthday. I don't know if I put enough little lid on this. One chicken feeds 2 people, and we have no qualms about killing the chicken. But who cares if the Macaw Indians kill a whale and it feeds a whole village? You know, what's one life as opposed to another life? Is a big life more alive than a little life? A little chicken and a big whale? Oops, gotta fix the fire. So we tell the Indians, you can't kill any whales, and you can't kill any eagles, and you can't kill any panthers. Well, let's look at the situation. Say there's 1,000 panthers in the Everglades, and Western man comes along and kills 990 of them, so there's 10 left. Once we realize there's 10 left, we go, you Indians, you can't kill any. We can kill 990 of them, but you can't have any for meat or for any kind of ceremony or anything that you may need it for. It doesn't really sound right to me. Maybe you could make a moratorium. Okay, nobody kills any for 10 years or 20 years. And then when they come back, no, non-Indian person can kill them. So they really belong to the Indians anyway, don't they? Kind of like if the Christians came and ate all chali and said to the Jewish people, you can't eat what's left. Hear me crunching? This is a dog kind of dog biscuit. Oh, he's not here. He's such a fucking asshole. Oh, God. He eats like you would believe. He's getting so fat. He never exercises. You don't want to live with this guy. He's stupid. Oh, my God. He can't drive. He can't do anything. Hi, sweetie. You have a little jam session? Oh, I'm sorry. There's nobody over there. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain. Can you give me 2 more rocket eggs? I need 2. I don't care. You gonna throw them? Oh, give me another one. I got that one. Hope I glued it good. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. A light one and a heavy one. Very good. Doggy ran away. April? Oh well, she'll be back. Better. We take the high road. I won't sing. Doggy's back. I like to hit myself. So I just pour it over there. California mountain good. Life's too short to be in a bad mood. I'm happy because it's a beautiful day out, and I'm going to get a lot of work done today. And tonight we're going to go to Walmart. That always puts me in a good mood. I've even got my shopping list here. Okay, what else do I need? Is there a food store at that Walmart? I don't remember. Coffee filters, joy clasps, clear black paint. Oh, ugh. I need deodorizer. Get that. Take a nice long walk with the doggy. We're going to spray all these ocarina floats, wrap them up, put them in plastic. I'm going to do a couple of Farina dolls. These are our Farina dolls. I got earrings for them. I put one up and it looked pretty good. Spraying black, put some earrings on them. And I guess we'll pack up later and we'll get out of here. We're here Monday to Tuesday afternoon to Wednesday afternoon to Thursday afternoon. So we're here for 3 days. And then we're traveling around and doing the show for 4. It's not bad. And we're going to be in St. Petersburg doing, I don't know, a hospital show or something. I have no idea. These are ocarinas that I sprayed. Like the blue? I'll do blue shiny, green shiny, maybe gold shiny, and then plain. I think we have 4 or 5 packs. And wrap them up. Put them in plastic bags so they look like Billy Jack. Maraca eggs. I fill them with gravel from either the ground or I buy fish rocks. Of course, we tell the customers that we put the same stones that we put in the rain sticks in here, but see, they don't open them, so they'll never know. That's got big rocks. So does that. This is for our kits. Put a pegboard thing in here like this. We got one. We took a piece of wood on the back that's cut at a slant like that. And then with these hooks, put a sign here, paint your own kits. Probably gonna make a shelf though to put the samples on. And then I'm gonna put cardboard on top of here, like a, I forget what to call it. Put a little hole in it, hang it on the board. Then we can tilt it in the shade so the kits aren't in the sun. Because when they're in the sun, the wood sweats and the inside of the bag gets all disgusting looking. There's different things. Oh, it was the one I glued, but you know what? Didn't work. But it still plays. Oh, you're not going to ask me? Oh, you already asked me. The voice that's never heard. How do I plan on getting a house? Well, I'd like to get one for next winter. Rachel goes to New Paltz. Wouldn't mind renting a house in the country, but it would probably be about $800 a month plus utilities. That's like $24,000 for 2 years. My perfect dream is to have a house like somewhere like this where I could just fugue, have a garden, do crafts, go to craft shows on the weekend, but that's probably unrealistic. So I really like being independent, living on the road, having a little tiny bit of possessions. Least amount of possessions I have, the happier I am actually. As long as I have everything I need, which is very minimal. Living on the road is great. It's a great adventure. I love always moving around, always being in different places, never having to see the same people for too long. the guy behind the camera, I can pretty much stand looking at him all day long. As far as living away from my children, I don't think I'd be happy living with them. I'd always want to be able to leave whenever I want. But I miss having one in New York and one in Florida, because wherever I am, I'm always missing one. We just left Brian on the way to see Rachel in New York. I'm real excited about seeing her. But my heart's broken because I had to leave him. And the fact that he's coming up in the summer, really, you know, it's nice to look forward to. But my dream situation would be where I'm about an hour from each of my kids, or half an hour. I can't answer that. It's going to be ridiculous. No. Has the world changed since I was 15? Of course it's changed. Have I changed? Yes. For the better. Okay, here's a FBI report on this guy. It's supposed to make him sound like a horrible guy. In those pages, there was no crime, no breaking of the law, no report of an evil act, an un-American act, an indecent act. And I was no paragon of virtue, and I did enough that I regret. But the lousy bits and pieces of my life are nowhere on those pages. Only the decent and positive acts. This is what the FBI said that he did that was un-American. Speaking at meetings for housing, for trade unionism, for better government, for libertarianism, for a free press, for the right to assemble, for higher minimum wages, for equal justice, for black and white, against lynching, this was written a long time ago, against the creation of an underclass, against injustice wherever injustice was found, and for peace, and walking picket lines, and collecting signatures. These are what made up that brainless report. This was an FBI report in the 50s on Howard Fast, who was a member of the American Communist Party. And if all those things I just read to you sound un-American and subversive and evil, then maybe you just have the wrong idea about things because you listen to propaganda. All the people who don't want the middle class and the lower class to invade their upper class. Speaking of which, if the American government wants people in the middle class, they say, they want everyone to have more opportunity, they want people to be in the middle class. Well, here's the middle class. You can't have a middle class without having a lower class. So how does that work out? It doesn't make any sense. If you want people to be everyone, say everyone's in the middle class, then the middle class would be the lower class. Why don't you say we want everyone to be in the upper class? No, because we can't let them in. Hi. So nice. I did 30 of them. What's 30 times 8? $240. Sit over here. So we can flush the tank out. Area, exit 59. We love going to truck stops, and we love dumping. It's one of our favorite things. This is what we call a free dump. Like dump and run. We dumped and ran. You know how long it's going to take to fill 40 gallons with this thing? That's going to be your job. Cups of water. Right every day. Give me the football. Give me the football. Come on. staying at our second favorite free stopover for the night. Walmart, our first favorite of rest areas. They're a little more private, impersonal, but here's Walmart, and here we are. And here's our trailer. Over here is David and Barbara, our new friends, who you'll probably never meet, but they already had me into their camper. And welcomed me to Walmart and gave us permission to stay here. And then the security guard said, yeah, it's okay. David says you can stay here, you can stay here. And here's our football doggy. So let me see, we had spaghetti for dinner and leftover roast chicken and leftover homemade bread. Walmart has a policy whereby they allow campers to overnight in their lots, which is really smart. Because you figure, let's say there's 50 states, there's 5 in each state, 250 Walmarts in the country. And if 2 campers stay and each one spends $10, that's 500 campers times $10 is $5,000 that they've made. Not bad, huh? And, well, we didn't spend $10, we spent $50, which we usually do because we buy a lot of our stuff at Walmart, which is a sin, I know, because Walmart sucks, it's ruining America. It's a big, horrible store that... But you're not eating it. Want it? Come on, go get it. Where we are, and our Lord don't know what we're doing here. A sign said St. Petersburg, Florida, so I guess that's where we are. And what we're doing here is yet to be determined. We're squatting, that's what we're doing. April, we camp at the show. We have a really nice place to camp here. It's in the woods. I like it. Outside our door we have a view of trees and Mack trucks. Very nice. And pour the sand. All right. Get the street numbers and wrong directions. I wonder how many people get lost coming here. This place is a veterans hospital where all the veterans whose legs get blown off and no one wants them anymore, they leave them here to rot. Oh, go back to sleep. No one's talking to you. Oh, dead dog. Does a good dead dog trick. Until I finish my coffee. Man, bad directions can really put you in a bad mood. Thought we'd never get here. And then you get this beautiful piney field. You're laughing. You're laughing. The camera's shaking. Everyone's happy now, see? Oh, you missed it. She was doing the back scratch thing. She turned over. April, scratch your back. But do it from here. This is what it looks like before we set up. It looks like a van. Well, this is what it looks like before we set up. Not me. Over there. I'm already set up. This is how I set up. Step 1, erect tent. thing of beauty, isn't it? A booth all put away for the night, and we're gonna go home and have pizza for dinner, homemade. It took us about 3 hours to set up, and we have about an hour and a half, 2 hours more tomorrow. I see you back there. You think I don't see you, but I see you. So sneaky. How'd you get so sneaky? I'm on camera. I'm making kits. One of my favorite activities. Now really, I like doing this. I love it. It's fun. I'm ripping apart the old shitty ones so we can fix them. Some of these paints are dried out, so I open them and I put in new paint. And I repackage all these in plain wrapper. And we're putting these little tops on them with a hole punch. And it looks like this. And we hang them on our pegboard. Like that. 12 bucks. Don't you love it? Let me see, what's the cost? How much does this cost? How much does that cost? I think this costs about $2. Sell for 12. I can think of worse profit. Oh, I'm looking for my little clips for the backs of the critters I want to make into jewelry. See, I want to make lizard jewelry. I'm going to put these little eyes on the critters and then make little pins. Like, I have nothing better to do in my life. And I commence to work. Strings. One eye and 2 eyes. Ooh, is that cute? Who wouldn't want one of those? Oh, so cute. Like a googly. Can you see that? Where's those jewelry bags? Why did I lose them? They're gonna be. They're so cute. All right, let's try rattlesnake. Oops, I was gluing my brush to the table. Squeeze. Magnets. One of them's glued on, one isn't, so I gotta hold it. You buy these magnets at Walmart. Think so? Then we could stick them up on a board. Really thrill everybody. I'm not gonna make this one into a magnet though. These aren't the right ones, they're too thick. I'm gonna demagnetize them. Oh, how big the sleeves are. This is the end of part 1. So stay tuned. I have to sneeze. Stay tuned. This movie will continue. Oh, I'm really gonna sneeze. So sniffing all that glue. Woo! Good shit. See how much fun it is? Put them up.